College of Education. I'm here today with friends from the First to Teach organization here at the College of Education. I am going to let them introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about who they are and what they do in this organization.
My name is Katie O'Keefe, and I am the recruitment chair for First to Teach. And what that means is I just kind of help pull people in and bring them into our club and come meet with us.
And you are studying?
I'm studying elementary education with an emphasis in special education, and I am currently in my third year and I will be graduating in December.
Yay.
I am McKenna Daniels. I am the public relations chair slash social media. I am in charge of our Instagram and to kind of document all of our meetings. I am majoring in elementary ed as well. And I am also in my third year, but I graduate in May of 24.
Great. So, First to Teach, tell us a little bit about this organization and who would be part of this group of First to Teach.
So individuals invited to come to our meetings of First to Teach would be those that are first generation teachers. So like if you don't have any of your immediate family members that are teachers, then that qualifies you to be a first generation teacher and to come join us for our meetings.
Okay, and McKenna, why First to Teach? Why would we have a group like this?
Yeah, it's really just to kind of have a group of people going through the same thing, and that we don't have any teachers to turn to when we have questions, and we're all kind of figuring it out together. And it's nice to be connected to people and the same struggles.
Okay, so don't have family members who've been teachers, don't understand maybe the things that we do
Yeah.
and why we do them
Oh,
and
yes.
the time we spend, the money we spend. So
Mhm.
lots of those ideas. What types of events or what things do you do in your meetings to help support teachers, First to Teach teachers?
So for example, we have a meeting tomorrow with a student teacher panel, and that will consist of a K through 12 art person, a secondary English major, and a elementary education major.
Year-long student teaching as well.
Yes. And so those four will come and just answer some questions that we may just have generally about student teaching or just being in the classroom for more amounts of time over that semester or the year long.
Okay, so you have meetings every month,
Yep.
right? So it gives you a time to network, a time to share and think. And you said this month,
Yes.
great timing, right?
Yes.
This month your meeting is tomorrow night, and it is where and when.
It is on Bluemont 21 in the basement at 5 o'clock.
Okay, so they're gonna come and get to have this great experience with people like you that are in the field, that are student teaching right now, right? Where you're about to be. And so gonna answer some questions about what it's like, what they've experienced, supporting each other, some things like that, correct?
Right.
And who can come to this meeting?
Anybody that wants to.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to be in our club. If you would like to join the club, we'd love to have you. But anyone that wants to learn about student teaching and everything can come.
Great. So the meeting tomorrow night, open to anybody, 5 o'clock, Bluemont 21. But so let's talk a little bit more then about this, the first generation teachers. What is it that makes this a unique kind of perspective? Why have an organization just for you guys? I mean, I know you said for support, but like, give us a little bit more. Why did you want to join, or why are you there?
So another purpose for our club is, as you guys know, we have first gen just at K-State in general, but First to Teach, we didn't have anybody before us that like was like, yeah, teaching's so great, you should go into it. We just kind of did it on our own, and we wanted to become that role model for those students in the classroom. And so I think that's really cool to just kind of have that network of people in an organization and come together and talk about experiences that you have, or just really like answer those questions that you may have on a day-to-day basis about teaching.
Okay. What drew you to this organization?
It was really hard to find people in the college that kind of I could connect with, and part of this club, I met Katie here and a lot of great people, and it has been a nice network to talk to be like, oh, this is a class that I'm taking too. What was your experience? And not even just with teaching in the future, but what you're going with now in all of our classes.
Yeah.
It's nice.
As first to teach students, have you experienced some negative reactions or resistance from your families as you've gone into this field?
I've definitely received resistance from family after I shared with them that I was going to become a teacher, and I still do, definitely.
So I would imagine that having this network of people helps, as well as probably some of the things within your meetings can provide you with maybe some support and some ways to help work with those encounters.
Definitely.
Okay.
We had a kind of how to help your mental health meeting last semester to kind of cope with some of that as well.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of not only help in everything with teaching, but also just help to kind of relax ourselves when it comes to what we're doing.
Right, because it's not an easy, it's not an easy field for sure, and it is difficult when you're met with resistance.
Right.
Right, even when you've done it for a while. Yeah, for sure. So, okay, you told me earlier you're recruitment coordinator, and that you really are looking to fill some positions. Tell us about that.
So, to further expand our organization, we are definitely looking for officer positions, such as vice president and, or not vice president, we're looking for just president, as myself and the president of the club, Alyssa Stringfellow. We are going to be student teaching next semester, so we will find ourselves being very busy next fall.
And then leaving in the
Yes.
spring.
With that being said, we need those spots filled to then continue first to teach in what it is.
Great. So you've got some leadership opportunities.
Absolutely.
And I believe you mentioned earlier that there are some benefits to being part of this organization beyond the network. So when they come to meetings, what could they expect?
Well, they get professional development hours just for showing up and being there. They get a fun free shirt that Katie is repping here.
We all love free shirts.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
I have so many free shirts.
Yes.
Just from the college and in
Yes.
general. So this just got
There we
added to
go.
my collection.
I love
but
it.
I love wearing this one.
I'm like,
Okay.
yeah.
And then I believe you told me that there was a special event happening next semester that you're looking into.
Yes. There's the First Gen Summit next semester. Our advisor is part of the planning committee for it. And if you are a first generation student, it is more catered towards that, but we can potentially go to, last year it was in Boston. And if not, it is also virtual, so we can go in that way. And it kind of just helps in all aspects of being a first generation student, and some first generation teacher as well.
Okay. Okay. What types of challenges might first to teach teachers face when they get into teaching? Are those things that you guys have chatted about in your meetings or with the student teachers that are coming in?
Yeah, absolutely. I know that we've had some struggles just as any other teacher, but being able to, especially during that mental health meeting that McKenna was talking about from last semester, is we just kind of have a space to release it. We have a space to talk about it instead of just hold it in and be like, okay, well, maybe this isn't normal. Maybe this isn't something that shouldn't happen or isn't happening anywhere else. It's something that happens to everybody or a lot of other people. And so it's nice to get that confirmation from others and being able to then move forward and just kind of have that in your backpack to carry on and just kind of know how to deal with it next time.
Okay. What would you say has been something that you've learned as a result of your time with First to Teach?
I have more learned, like you said earlier, my family has pushed a lot against it, and a lot of especially issues going on in education right now, and pay especially is something they've been pushing on about. But seeing so many people come in and have the exact same thoughts that I am, and same family pushing, it kind of makes me feel like, okay, this is something that I can do and I should do, and even though that they don't think it's the greatest idea, like these people are helping me in pushing me in the right direction.
Okay. What's your biggest takeaway from being part of this organization?
I would say networking, just
Okay.
because getting to know everybody, not only just in First to Teach, but also just in the teaching field, is getting to know people that gets you in good spots. And when you know other people, that gets your word out there. And then, especially when it comes to student teaching, that gets you a certain spot in student teaching, maybe instead of just filling out your star form
Okay.
and going wherever they place
Yeah.
you.
And so, speaking of networking, social media, how can our students and faculty, how can they keep up with what your organization is doing?
We have an Instagram. It is K-State_First to Teach, I think. Oh, yeah. And we post about all of our meetings on there, and just kind of promotional things for the College of Ed as well, and just kind of keep up with what we're doing right there, always our Instagram.
Awesome. So the Instagram, K-State _First to Teach, and then the meeting tomorrow night,
Yes.
Bluemont, 21 at 5 o'clock with a student teacher panel.
Yes.
4 different student teachers, 4 different experiences. You've got secondary, you've got the arts, you've got elementary, and
You got year long.
and the year-long student teaching. Yeah. So we've got a lot of people that could get a lot of answers tomorrow night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Well, I thank you both for joining me here today. I hope that our viewers have appreciated hearing more about this, and I look forward to seeing your organization grow because it is very important. It's important to have the teachers, whether they're multi-generational, right, but also those first-gen teachers. And I know it's got to be hard to go up against some of those challenges at your meetings. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for leading this organization. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope that you join us next time when we go live with the College of Education.